Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where I share with you the tools that we all want, you and I, to really live the life that we deserve, live the abundant life, the abundant conversation, and have the things that we want to achieve in life. I love reading your comments. I really love reading your comments. And Vuyo, oh my God, so delicious, you're so amazing. So I have to say, when you wrote back from the video, shift from blame to staying in action, and you said, wow, I've been blaming everyone else for my situation, not realizing that I'm actually where I am because of my own decisions. And when I gotta tell you, that's juicy. Now, one, I know, Vuyo, it's sobering to realize, wait a minute, I drove this car called my life right here to this destination called I don't like it. But what's also amazing is that you get to drive this car called your life to that next amazing place. You talked about that you forgive yourself because now you know that you've made decisions based on the knowledge you had in that moment. And I love that because when you know more, you'll do more. That's always been the case. That's how I get myself through each situation. When I know more, I'll do more. Not giving myself an excuse for where I am, but really allowing myself to have compassion inside of ownership. So I can't wait to hear more from you, my friend. And then Jessica, you talked about looking at the video, give yourself permission to be successful. That particular session, that particular course, you talked about, you said, Lisa, I needed to hear this. Oh, so many times I've been at the right place, at the right juncture, at the right time, and got the right divine message. You said, my vision is not optional. When you move option off the table, Jessica, and you move from optional to non-negotiable, you don't wonder if the mountain's going to stop you. You command and demand the mountain to move. You talked about, I must stay in action to become the woman that I see. So what I love about that statement, Jessica, is that when you can see something clearly, to me, I believe that that's your future on its way to you. In order to become the woman that you see, you are going to have to think things you've never thought before, say things you've never said before, and do things you've never done before to become the woman you've always known yourself to be. So listen, keep those comments coming. I love it when you comment. Just keep talking to me and I'll keep talking to you. So, when you think about resetting your mind, we're always committed to moving forward, sometimes prematurely. In order to reset your mind to think abundantly or to live abundantly, you first have to identify where you're currently thinking in scarcity, which we don't like to spend any time there because it's not fun. So, and you can't, to me, one of the number one ways to avoid, in a sexy way, avoid transformation is to generalize too much. Like, oh, my life. Well, your life is so big. What areas of your life are you currently thinking in scarcity? Oh, in my relationships. What part of your relationship? There's 4 different types of relationships. There's romantic, there's family, there's colleague, and there's community. In what areas? My finances. What kind of finances? Your income or your outflow? Your debt management or your wealth building? So the number one way you push past a limiting belief system is that you identify where it's limited. And it's almost like going to the doctor saying, Doc, my left arm really hurts. He's not just going to start working on the arm. He's going to say, where? Well, the upper part. Well, where in the upper part? Well, over here between the elbow and the shoulder. Well, where between the, doctors will ask you so many detailed questions so that they can go exactly to where the pain point is and relieve the pain. Treat your mindset that way as well. So when you're reaching for a more abundant way of thinking, start by saying, what frame of thinking, what mindset, what part of my mindset, what belief system must I evict to create space? Let me give you another example. Your hand. Your hand can only hold on to so much, right? So if your hand is already full of limiting thoughts, I'm not good enough, I'll never have wealth, money is difficult to create, I'm always going to be overweight, people can't be trusted. If your hand is already full with limiting beliefs, how can you dare hold on to an abundant way of thinking? So first, let's dismantle this truth. Let's dismantle the truth that money is hard to make. So in the past, I made money hard to make. Money is abundant. There's enough for all of us. Money is simply a tool, Money is just dirty paper. It's a team member. Money is not the end all. Money gives you access to better memories. Okay, great. Let's work on that. And now let's work on I'll always be broke, or whatever the mindset is, right? And the reality is, no, if you want to have more money coming in, or you want to have more money in your bank account, then keep more than you spend. So how can we do that? So you have to be willing to be mildly to moderately to significantly inconvenienced possibly in order to keep more than you spend, possibly. Or you want to grow your top line and get more revenue. You want to create, you might lose a little sleep. You might not be able to go out to as many parties. You might not be able to spend as much on your clothes, but you want to bring in more than you spend. So financial struggle is not imminent. Now, I'm not saying it's not difficult at times. I've been there, but it's not imminent. It's not your destiny. So notice how I can go and I can dismantle each belief system, even if you don't believe this new truth yet, which I've given you plenty of exercises around adopting a new mindset. You can't visit a new mindset. You got to go to a new mindset. You got to park. And you got to constantly revisit that mindset called possibility. So when you talk about how do I shift my mindset to abundant thinking, first, evict the negative thinking. Now, that's not an overnight thing. Like download, it's evicted. There's no sprinkle fairy dust in this journey. There's no magic potion. There's no magic wand. This is a ongoing, it's like a muscle. It's like your abs. It's like your triceps and your biceps. I've talked about that before. You got to build that muscle, but you first have to identify what muscle do I want to build. I want to build a belief system around financial abundance in my life. Go that laser. I want to build the belief system around love, a healthy love relationship for me. Okay, then go there. Energy grows where energy goes, right? So what do you need to know and learn? Whenever I want to take on a new belief system, first I spend time identifying my current limiting belief system in that area. It's ugly, it's uncomfortable, I unpack it. Then the second thing you do is identify the results that limiting belief system has brought into your life. Now that really isn't fun. It's funky. It feels like you're sludging through the mud. You start feeling like an idiot. You feel like a nut. You're like, who am I? I'm brilliant in this area. How could I still be thinking this? Because you're normal, you're human, and humans are full of imperfections. Oh, and we're managing our dysfunction. That's just who we are. There's no perfect human, right? So what has it created in your life? What does it cost you? Because I think when you become really clear of the cost, then you become really clear that you don't want to pay that cost again. I think we continue to go in the same circle and end up in the same place, different day, different year, different relationship, different bank account, because we haven't identified what has this behavior, what has this mindset cost me. But when you stop for a moment and go, here's my limiting belief system, and here's what it's cost me. Okay, I'm done with that. Now we can go to an abundant mindset. I think people try to run past those first two way too fast and hold on to an abundant mindset, and it doesn't last because they haven't become clear of the toxic limiting mindset and its cost. So they slingshot back to that place that they had started before and end up asking the question, how did I end up here again? Right? We've all said that. I've asked that question a little over 100 times, right? And so I think those are the first two steps. And then the third thing is to surround yourself in a tribe of people that inspire you to stand on your tippy toes by who they are being. And in order for you to stay in their proximity, you need to innately grow who you are in order for you. Now, they don't use it as a doorway or pathway or rites of passage, but in order for you to feel comfortable in their presence, you got to tippy toe naturally. They even make you nervous when you're around them. I have that. I have a circle of friends who I go, and I've had that circle of friends for, 15, 16 years, and I keep going around them, and I always feel nauseous, and they always make me feel like I want to tippy toe, and they've helped to make me a better woman. They didn't design it, they didn't craft it, they didn't tell me what to do, just being in their presence. And oh, by the way, I paid to be in their presence. I consistently pay to be in their presence. I don't have any formal business with them, just being their friends make me nervous. Because they play so big in the world, they serve so big in the world, they gift so big in the world, they at a cellular level, they are transformation, like they're the real deal. And so I want to stay in their presence, so I maintain my level of work. And so those are the three things that you do to go from a limiting belief system mindset to a mindset of abundance. That's the beginning. There are a lot of things in between, but those are the big anchors that I recommend. Remember, this show is not a monologue. It's not a monologue. It's a dialogue. It's a dynamic conversation between you and I. So that means I would love to hear from you. What's your biggest lesson that you learned from this particular episode? What was an area in your life you realized that mindset, I need to up level that mindset in that area to go from scarcity thinking, limited thinking, to a thought of abundance, a lifestyle of abundance in that particular area? I want you to leave me a comment below. Now, be sure to subscribe if you haven't done that. And go get your girlfriends, go get your guy friends, go get your family members, and make sure they subscribe as well so that you can climb that mountain together and access more amazing content in the future. Now, if you like this content at all and you like this video and you got value from it, then make sure that you click the link right here to join me and my team via live stream at my Abundance Now event. That means really seeking abundance in the now, not later. We're having a live event in Chicago that's going to be amazing, or shall I say off the chain. And you can join us via live stream for only $47. You cannot beat that with a baseball bat. So listen, join me there. I'd love for you. You don't want to miss it. And remember that this is always your home, and we will always be your tribe. And I am your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And when I say I believe in you and I love you, it's because I do. I'll see you real soon.